You're watching CBC. Canada lives here.
Mandeep Srawn is Prabh Srawn's sister, and we've reached her in Jindabyne, Australia, where she is there to help with the search for her brother. She joins us this morning. So Mandeep, thank you for joining us today. I want to begin with search and rescue officials. You have just received a briefing from them this morning. What have they told you today?
They've just gone over the areas on the map of what they've searched, where they'll be searching for tomorrow, and how they covered that area, whether it was by foot or by air. They showed us the Opera House hut where the voices were heard, north of Mount Kosciuszko. They showed us where the bottle was found, west of Mount Kosciuszko, near the Forbes hut, by the Hennel Spur. And they showed us how to read the map properly, about how steep some areas are, and why it was so difficult for them to get there.
Now, you reference hearing voices and a water bottle that was found. Does this give you hope that you are getting closer to locating your brother?
I've maintained this from the beginning. I've never lost hope. When we left Canada, I think my only breakdown period was probably on the plane, because I didn't have communication with the outside world for 12 hours. That was a little bit upsetting. We were praying that any second he was found, we'd reach Australia and he would be standing in front of us. That was the only difficult period for me, I think. I'm still holding on to hope, and I will until he's found. I know he's out there. He's the strongest and smartest person I know. And I know everybody back home feels the same way, that if it was anyone else out here, we'd be a lot more worried than we are. Obviously, we're worried he's without food and shelter, and has been for the last 12 days. But if anybody could survive this, it'd be him.
And in part because he is a Canadian reservist, was an Australian reservist, and has military training in extreme conditions. So this, in some ways, must provide you with a sense of comfort that he knows what to do out there.
Right. He's a Canadian reservist. He wasn't a part of the Australian reserves here. I know that's been, there's been some miscommunication about that, but that does provide us with a lot. There's been a picture circulating with me in it with him. That was from 8 years ago. I think he's been in the reserves for 9 to 10 years now. He's experienced, as all of his fellow soldiers will say, is that he's probably one of the best, and he's excelled at the hardest courses they have there. So, and as you guys know, Canada has way worse climates and further colder weather out there.
Well, that said, with all the skills training your brother may have, I wonder if you believe that the search and rescue teams are doing enough to try to locate him in Australia.
That's difficult for me to say exactly. I don't think I'll ever feel like they're doing enough until he's found. There's a vast 7,000 square feet is the size of this national park. I think they've narrowed it down to 100 square kilometers where they think he may be. I don't think 26 to 30 people is enough to cover the area by foot. I think there needs to be a lot more people in there. Again, I don't want to endanger amateurs' lives. We do want the most experienced people to go out there, but I think there needs to be more people out there regardless, just walking the safe trails. If anything, people walk these trails every day in good weather. This is a safe and easy trail to walk that he had chosen to walk out on the day he went missing. It was a blizzard that hit while he was walking that threw him off course, possibly blinded or whited out completely what the track was, and he couldn't find his way back.
I know that your parents flew from Canada to Australia to be with you and to wait for the latest word on your brother. I wonder how your family's holding up, considering we are now entering day 12 since your brother was last seen.
I think as the days progress with the voices one day, the next day was a letdown. I'm not going to lie, when we didn't find him, because we thought he was so close to them. They did some sound testing and the voices could only have traveled 500 meters. So we're a little bit disappointed that he wasn't found when the voices were heard. We're disappointed he's not staying put. If this is him, if this is his voice. But we're holding in there. Every time we hear something, we have to be optimistic. There's nothing that worrying will get us. We're just looking at a map every day, seeing if we can help in any way. Our family back home has been unreal. They've taken social media by storm. To pressure the MPs here to put more people out there. There has to be more experienced people out there to help with this. And I truly believe that they may have stopped this search a while ago if they hadn't received all this political pressure.
So you want that pressure to continue?
Yeah. Until he's found. I know he's out there and I know he's safe. We're worried he's stuck somewhere, possibly injured and hungry. He's probably lost his voice by now. It's been 12 days of him probably shouting for help. Luckily, he's made his way down to a warmer area, if we follow the voices, which is below the snow line. So hypothermia isn't a concern. When we were passing the trail on the way over there today, we saw that there was some trees some signs of tomatoes and strawberries or cherries in the area as well, cherry trees and things like that. So we're hoping he's found some food, water at the very least. So.
Okay, well, Mandeep, you are in our thoughts and we wish you well. Thank you for taking the time.